Good afternoon, everybody. I am Dhanya Sridharan from Kerala. I would like to explain the solution for question number 60 for the UGC NET exam asked in November 2020. So here you can see a question is asked from the subject discrete computational structures. So here it is given. The question is based on properties of relations. So before solving this problem, let me discuss the basic concepts regarding properties of relations. So as we all know, if A is a set, we can define Cartesian product on A as A cross A. As we all know, it will be ordered pairs of sets, set of ordered pairs. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. Similarly, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3. Okay, as we all know, this will be the total number of elements in A cross A. So, I am directly talking about different types of relations. So, we can define a relation on this A cross A. So, thereby we can say that R is a subset of A cross A. Okay. So, I am going to talk about the relations or properties of relations one by one. First, a reflexive relation. A reflexive relation. Okay. So, I am defining a relation R on a set as R on a set A as a reflexive. How can I define a reflexive relation? Suppose A is equal to set 1, 2, 3. I am going to define a reflexive relation in it. So, before writing the reflexive relation on this set A, I am defining a reflexive relation. A relation R on a set A is said to be a reflexive relation if for all x element A, XX ordered pair XX will be an element in R. Okay. So here what can you see? Here in the set A there are elements x value as 1, x equal to 1. So there should be 1, 1 present in R. Okay. When x is equal to 2, there should be 2, 2 present in R. When x equal to 3, there should be 3, 3 present in R. Similarly, x is equal to 4, you have 4, 4 present in R. Okay. So, if I am writing a reflexive relation, that should consist of 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Okay. So, if the relation is like this, I can say that this relation is reflexive. Suppose I am writing R is equal to 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 only. Can we say that this is a reflexive relation? No, never. Why? Because there is one more element 4 in A which cannot be included in R. So, if all the elements present in A are appeared in relation R along with the ordered pairs in this format or XX format, we can say that that particular relation is reflexive relation. So, I am adding one more thing along with a reflexive relation. That is, if capital A has n element or cardinality of A is n, there will be total, as you all know, A cross A should have n square elements, and there will be total 2 power n square relations possible. 2 power n square relations possible. If I am considering a reflexive relation, the total number of reflexive relation will be, all of you please note that some type of objective questions may be asked like this: total number of reflexive relations. Total number of reflexive relation will be 2 power n square minus n. This is an important result. 2 power n square minus n. I hope all of you understood what do you mean by reflexive relation and how it is possible to find out a reflexive relation. Okay. So, next I would like to talk about the second relation given in the question, which is a symmetric relation. Symmetric relation. Okay. So, I can define a symmetric relation if xy element R. If there is an xy present in R, there should be yx also present in R for all xy element A. Okay. Suppose I am taking A is equal to 1, 2, 3. I am taking A is equal to 1, 2, 3. So, you can write the relation R1. Suppose I am writing 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1. This is an example for a symmetric relation. This is an example for a symmetric relation. So, in this view, there may be in this point somebody may have doubt regarding whether any element 1, 2, 2, 1. 1, 2 is there, 2, 1 is there, 1, 3 is there, 3, 1 is there. Some is it necessary for that it should contain all the elements should be paired with this? No need. If 1, 2 is there, 2, 1 should be there. If 1, 3 is there, 3, 1 should be there. If 2, 3 is there, 3, 2 should be there. Okay. So, this is an example for a reflexive. Symmetric one. What about this case? I am giving some other example. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. What can you tell about this relation? R2. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Okay. So, we can say that this is reflexive. What about symmetricity property? If 1, 2 is there, 2, 1 should be there. But here 2, 1 is not present here. Similarly, 2, 3 is there, but 3, 2 not there. So, we can say that this is an example for a reflexive relation but not symmetric. So, we should think about if an xy is present, there should be corresponding yx present in the relation. So, that is known as reflexive relation. So, in connection with the total number of symmetric relation, please note that if capital A is equal to n, the total number of symmetric relations will be 2 power n square plus n by 2. This will be the total number of reflexive relation. If A is equal to, cardinality of A is equal to n, then the total number of symmetric relation will be 2 power n square plus n by 2. Okay, I hope all of you understood the basic definition of symmetric relation, and now all of you are able to identify whether a given relation is symmetric or not. Okay. So, next we will see the relation which is given in the question is anti-symmetric. So, I am talking about anti-symmetric anti-symmetric relation. Anti-symmetric relation. Suppose a relation R given on a set A. Okay. We can say that R is an anti-symmetric relation. R is an anti-symmetric relation if for all A, B element A, for all A, B element A related to B and B related to A together implies A equal to B. A is equal to B. Okay. A related to B and B related to A together implies A should be equal to B. So here one thing we have to notice is that the A related to B and B related to A is possible if and only if A and B are one and the same element. One and the same element from A. Same element from A. So in this regard, I am taking an example of, suppose U is the universal set. U is the universal set. Okay. I am defining a relation on I am defining a relation R on P of U, set of subsets. And A, B, two sets are element of R or A related to B if and only if A subsets of B. A is a subset of B or A is included in B. So as we all know, A related to B and B related to A together implies that according to this relation A includes B and B includes A. On what condition this is possible? If and only if A set A should be equal to set B. Okay. I am just taking an example for making you clear that the concept of anti-symmetric relation. So this is the case. So both of the A related to B, 1, 2 element R, 2, 1 element R. It means that 1, 1 or 2, 2 should be there. So that's the thing. 1 should be equal to 2 or 2 should be equal to 1. So that is possible when whether 1 is equal to 1 or 2 is equal to 2. So if 1, 2, 2, 1 are present, then 1, 1 or 2, 2 should be present. Okay. So that is the property of this anti-symmetric relation. So I would like to give you the total number of anti-symmetric relation as if cardinality of A equal to n, total number of anti-symmetric relation will be 2 power n into 3 raised to n square minus n by 2. This will be the total number of. So I will repeat once more. If A is equal to n, as we all know, A cross A should have 2 power A cross A should have n into n or n square. Total number of relations on A is 2 power n square. Okay. So the total number of reflexive relation is 2 power n square minus n. Total number of reflexive relations. And total number of symmetric relation is 2 power n square plus n by 2. Total number of symmetric relations. And third one is 2 power n into 3 power n square minus n by 2. Total number of anti-symmetric relation. So I am just talking about these 3 types of relations since our question includes these 3 relations. Now let us try to solve the given problem. Okay, now we can easily find out the answer. So first property, let us check whether which of the given properties are satisfied in this or by this by this given relation. Okay. First is a reflexive. So by the definition, as we all know, by the definition, for all values of x, xx should be, for all x element n, xx should be present in R. So A is given as A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So to make this relation reflexive, that R should contain AA, BB, CC, DD, EE, FF and GG. So is the case like that, AA there, BB there, no CC, no DD, EE there, FF there, GG. So at first sight we can say that it is not a reflexive relation. Not a reflexive relation. Why? Why? Because CC not an element in R, DD not an element R. So in order to find the answer, we can apply some elimination method. So it is not a reflexive relation. So first option is given as only A. So we can eliminate first choice. And in third choice, it is given as both A and B. It is not actually A. Okay. It is not actually A. So there is no sense in saying that both A and B. So we can eliminate these two. Now we will check for second option and fourth option. Okay. I hope all of you understood. So what about the second case? Only C. Only C. So what is the C property? Symmetry property. So in the case of symmetry property, we say that if xy belongs to R, there should be yx belong to R. Okay, there should be yx present in R. So we can think about. So first pair is given as CD. So if there is CD, there should be DC present. Is the case same like that? No. CD is there but no DC is there. So the first case is also violated. What about next one? CG. So no GC will be there. So that is also violated. Next ordered pair is DG. There should be GD present. So it should also be eliminated. Okay. So we can say that we can see that the property or the condition for satisfying symmetry property is violated. So we can easily say that it is not a symmetric relation. It is not a symmetric relation. So we can easily remove this option. Actually, we need not check whether the antisymmetric property is to be satisfied or not. Okay. So the answer is, so by the elimination method, we can see that option 1, 2, 3 are not correct. So since only one option is remaining, we can easily say that the answer is B, not A, because not a reflexive relation is already we have got. So that not A is correct. So we can surely say that option 4 is the answer. And by the time being, using the concept I have already discussed, you can check whether it is antisymmetric or not. I hope all of you understood how we can find the solution. We have found the solution to the question number 60. Thank you all.